right, and I'm back with Professor Alfie Marcus. And Alfie, we were talking about your book, and I'm wondering if you can tell me a little bit about how you've set it up to be a teaching lesson with your chapters. You tend to take two different companies, and at the end of the chapter, you talk about their differences, and you ask some really interesting questions that could be case studies for classes.
Okay, so I wrote another case book a number of years ago called Winning Moves, and I used the same methodology we've used it in teaching, is take two companies who are apparently competitors, apparently because some companies that you would think are competitors are not necessarily competitors. The model, of course, is like Coke and Pepsi. And Coke and Pepsi make up one of the case comparisons in the book, Innovations and Sustainability. Another one is General Mills and Kellogg's. But of course, these companies are not straight competitors in any sense of the word. They may compete in a particular market. They may not compete in other markets. They may have once been competitors. Like I've done a case on Amazon and Barnes & Nobles, but today they may not be considered competitors. But in any case, I think the important reason why, from a pedagogical perspective, this is very, very important, is because ultimately strategy is about choice, and companies facing somewhat similar environments with different resources and capabilities and competencies, and actually are going to make very, very different choices. And given that strategy is about choice, I think it's important to compare and contrast the choices that are made by existing top management teams, given the fact that they face relatively, or at least partially similar environments, and then going forward into the future. It's interesting to compare the two companies, and also to think about when they do make these choices, how will they align against each other or with each other? What competitive spaces will they then occupy going into the future?
Excellent. So I want to ask you, is there any advice you'd like to give WON members on how you pursue their best work, or potentially leading to recognition and awards such as you've won?
Well, I'm very, very honored to have won this award. It's extremely meaningful to me. It feels very fulfilling in terms of my career, and I couldn't feel better about being honored by any other group other than only me. But I think as general career advice for academics, I would say the following is very, very important, is to be extremely honest. And of course we all have our own values and our own biases. But I guess at its core, I'm an empiricist, and I say, let the data speak to you. And if it doesn't say to you what you would wish for, it would say to you, and it doesn't say to you what you would hope the world is like, let it say that to you, and try to explain it and try to understand it. And be honest to what you're observing is telling you. I'm actually, in this book, in an extreme way, I enjoy theory, and I think theory is obviously very important, and ultimately the aim of theory is to say something universal that has meaning way beyond the moment. But maybe it's because I was trained as an undergraduate, or at least it's, I don't know if I was trained, but I majored in undergraduate in history. I like to follow what really happened as it happened, and I know that everything to do with interpretation and reconstruction. But that was my aim in writing this book, was to look at these companies and to actually see what they did, what decisions they made, what rationales they gave for making these decisions, what this meant about the next group of decisions they had a chance to make and didn't have a chance to make because of their prior decisions. I would say the advice I would give to young academics, though, is if you want to really get articles that are cited at least 1,000 times in Google, you should write something theoretically original and that captures other people's imagination and stay away from what I did.
But you said it earlier very well, and that history matters, especially in sustainability and getting the story out there and how the story changes over time.
Mm-hmm.
So again, I want to congratulate you, and congratulations on your award from the Academy of Management, Organizations, and the Natural Environment. And again, your book is called Innovation, Sustainability, and we all hope that you write many, many more books. And thank you so much for your time tonight.
Thank you. Thank you, Michelle, for interviewing me.
Absolutely. Thank you so much, Professor.
Okay.